3, recording.
Are you ready to learn how to make the most amazing dessert you've ever tasted? Hi, I'm Sarah Moore, and I'm going to teach you how to make my famous German chocolate cake. Okay, so we're going to start with the first 4 ingredients, which are flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. So first, we're going to add the 2 2/3 cups of sifted flour in our mixing bowl here. And then we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And then our 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to mix this in this bowl right here. Mix it all up really well. Make sure that it's all mixed together. Okay, now we're going to mix in another bowl our next 4 ingredients, which is 2/3 cups of butter, melted butter, in your bowl. And then we're going to add 2 cups of sugar. 2 cups of sugar we're going to add. And now we're going to take 2 eggs, which these eggs came off of an organic farm that's right near our house. Okay, so we got our 2 eggs in there. And now we're going to add our vanilla. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. There we go. 2 teaspoons. 1. 2. Alright, and now you're going to mix this really well. We have to make sure to get this all mixed up, because if we don't, then they'll separate and it won't cook right. So we're going to cook this. Cook it nice. Okay, and then next, we're going to add these ingredients to our big bowl over here. We're going to add all this together. Here, we're going to stir this one really good. I'm going to make sure to get all the clumps. There's going to be clumps from the flour and the butter mixing, so. Okay, now we have to mix in. We have 4 squares of unsweetened chocolate, and I went ahead and melted it ahead of time. So we're going to add our chocolate in here. Make sure you scrape the sides, because all the chocolate's important. Scrape the sides. Now once again, we're going to mix this really well. Some ingredients here. Alright, now here comes the fun part. You got to be careful, because we're going to add 2 cups of boiling water. You have to make sure that it's warm and boiling. We got our 1 cup. 2 cups. Alright. Now, it's going to act a little funny at first. You're going to have it's going to be really, really soupy. But you just got to keep working through it, and it'll still be soupy when you put it in the oven, but when it comes out, it'll just be moist and perfect. So after you get this all mixed up, that'll mix up like that. Okay, now you're going to take 2 round baking pans, 1 for your first layer, 1 for your second one. And we're going to grease them. Okay, now you're going to take your batter, and you're going to pour it in here like this. First one, and you're going to pour it in the second one. You kind of want to make sure that it's even. This needs a little bit more. Then we'll add it to this one. Okay. And we're going to put it in the oven. We're going to put it in there for 30 minutes for 350 degrees. We're going to place it in there, and make sure you're very careful, because if the batter starts splashing up on the sides, then your cake's going to be uneven. It won't sit perfectly. So we're going to put it in the hot oven, and be careful because you don't want to burn yourself. So we're going to put it over here. Want to be very careful. Okay, so we got it in there for 30 minutes. Now, unfortunately, we don't have time to make all the frosting, but I'm going to go ahead and give you the list of what's in it. You're going to have 1 can of evaporated milk, 1½ cups of sugar, 1½ sticks of butter or margarine, whatever you prefer. 4 egg yolks, but you have to beat them slightly so so it doesn't make it so it doesn't cook the eggs and makes it like you're eating eggs. 1½ teaspoons of vanilla. 1 package of coconut, Baker's Angel Flake is what I normally use. 1½ cup of chopped pecans. So what you're going to do is you're going to stir it all together really, and you're going to let it sit for a while, kind of let it get thick, and then, so when the cake comes out, you're going to let it cool, and you take the icing from the stove when it's not hardened, but when it's gotten thick, and you're going to put a nice layer on the first layer, and then you're going to take the cake and put it on top. Be very careful because the cake, it's very easy for the cake to break. So then you're going to take the icing and you're going to put it on the top layer. And when you have the icing on there, if you get a little extra, you can let it run down because that's kind of the look of a German chocolate cake. So after that, just prepare it on a cake pan so it's already ready to serve. This dessert has been in the family for a long time, and I'm the one that started it, and the cake, every time I talk about it, I'm requested to make this cake. So have fun, try it out, try different things, add what you want, just make it your own cake. But thank you and have fun.